2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Anuno's got it, complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Detroit!
On first down, it's Darnold. Got an open man, it's a noon one. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Again, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. The shotgun snap for Darnold. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle. 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mariota now on 2nd down. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Mariota now. And this is going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
It's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit!
Darnold from the gun. Flush in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Brian Orakpo in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here we go now. Over Detroit! Detroit! 39!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Escaping the pressure right. He hits Jermaine Kearse. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
I think we should put a stopwatch on that one. You talk about having all day to throw the football, able to scan the field, find someone open after a long time. Big time credit to the offensive line for protection. That's what we used to call throwing out of the rocking chair.
Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards, and it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Trying to lay one, and that's caught inside the 35. And give them a gain of 37.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Throwing is Mariota. Now he'll throw it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Second down, Mariota. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Matthews that time.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They start this with a run for power. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Blue, Larry. Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
Here's Darnold now on second down. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Darnold on first down. Trying to improvise. And now he'll turn and off his back. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now a second down throw for Mariota. And Walker has it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A Titan first down, Mariota to Walker.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Mariota now to throw on first down. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. A first down throw for Mariota. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. Extra point put through by Suckup. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jayon Brown in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Now let's go. Detroit.
Darnold. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 50.
Darnold now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Steve McClendon able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. To throw is Mariota. And he fends him off. Just keeping the play alive. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Third and short yardage. Mariota. This will be caught just inside the 10. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
They'll run with Henry. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Partner, when it's a goal-to-go situation, if you're on the field on defense, you have to know that you may be called on to make a tackle at any time. Here, the cornerback does exactly that. Plays the run really well.
And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. In for the score. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Extra point up and good by Succa. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Darnold. They shake some off, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The Jets on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16.
Set! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A final shot before the break. Darnold. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Titans now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
Detroit! Detroit!
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Mike Gesicki, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And some room to roam now. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big run that time by Henry. 43 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's got his man. It's Brandon Colden. And down inside the 15 he goes. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, And receivers love him as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
From the red zone now, Mariota. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
His way into the end zone for a touchdown. Marcus Mariota, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead now stands at 13. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson.
Honorable C notes. Yeah.